If you're coming to take your benefits from any defined contribution pensions, also known as personal pensions, then you might well be wondering what's the difference between Flexi-access drawdown, FAD for short, and uncrystallised funds pension lump sum, or UFPLS or UFPLS, depending on how you're feeling. Well, in this 444, I'm going to be looking at 4 differences between Flexi-access drawdown and uncrystallised funds pension lump sum, and I'll explain why I think that, for most people, in most situations, most of the time, Flexi-access drawdown wins hands down. Once you've decided not to buy an annuity with your pension, and if you're thinking of buying an annuity, this video is not the one for you, so why not give me a like for saving you a few minutes of your life? If you're not going to down the annuity route, then it's a straight choice between a withdrawal using Flexi-access drawdown or an uncrystallised funds pension lump sum withdrawal. Now, this video is not regulated financial advice. If you are about to crystallise some or all of your pensions, pay for some proper regulated financial advice. If your advisor gets it wrong, you can make a complaint and get some redress. If you get it wrong, you'll have to live with the consequences for the rest of your retirement. I've worked with literally hundreds of people to help them access benefits from their pensions. You're only going to retire once, so it's really important that you get it right. Hey there, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Hugh and I'm a retirement specialist and money coach at Proposito Financial Planning, based here in the heart of the Cotswolds. And on this channel, we talk about the tools, tips and money habits that can help you make the most of your life force, and that's your time, your energy and your ability, so you can live a life with more meaning and more happiness. Now, don't forget to like this video, ring the notification bell and subscribe so you don't miss out on our next video. Now, here's a fast and dirty explanation. Flexi-access is almost always the preferred solution because it allows a very high degree of flexibility about the way you can draw your pension. You can draw some or all of the tax-free pension commencement lump sum, tax-free cash, without drawing the income at the same time. You can draw some or all of the income without taking the tax-free cash, or you can take some of each. Broadly speaking, when you draw any pension commencement lump sum, you have to designate 3 times that amount for drawdown, but you don't need to take it at that time. So the first difference is uncrystallised pension lump sum is not as flexible as Flexi-access drawdown. It's simple, but it's inflexible. If you draw tax-free pension commencement lump sum, tax-free cash, then you have to draw 3 times the amount at the same time in the form of taxable income. So £100 of tax-free cash pension commencement lump sum is coupled with £300 of taxable pension income taken simultaneously. It's important to note that the tax treatment of death benefits is identical whether it's Flexi-access drawdown or uncrystallised funds pension lump sum, and applies to uncrystallised pensions too. Death benefits are tax-free if the pension member dies before 75. If the member dies after 75, then the pension benefits are still IHT free but are taxed as taxable income on the recipient's marginal rate of income tax in the tax year where they make a withdrawal from an inherited pension. Now, the second difference is that uncrystallised funds pension lump sum automatically reduces the annual allowance. When income is drawn from a pension, either FAD or UFPLS, the potential annual allowance, the amount you can pay into a pension, drops from £40,000, depending on relevant income, to £4,000 per annum. With Flexi-access drawdown, there is no requirement to take withdrawals. So you can choose to take just tax-free cash pension commencement lump sum only and keep your £40,000 annual allowance intact. This is not possible with uncrystallised funds pension lump sum. A third difference between uncrystallised funds pension lump sum and FAD is simplicity. Where tax-free cash and income are required at the same time, UFPLS might be better. The situation is likely to arise if a pension scheme member is looking to withdraw all their benefits at once. This might turn out to be cheaper too, if the pension provider doesn't offer Flexi-access drawdown but does enable uncrystallised funds pension lump sums. There'll be no need to go through the expense and pain of transferring to a new scheme just to get your money out. Now, the fourth difference is to do with the lifetime allowance. There is another, and it's quite obscure and will affect very few people. There's an obscure situation where the uncrystallised funds pension lump sum might be more beneficial, and it's where you might want to make the most of your lifetime allowance and you want a mix of income and tax-free cash. The lifetime allowance calculations can benefit from two rounding downs, one for income, one for PCLS, via UFPLS, whereas the Flexi-access drawdown only has one. A single basis point difference is very small, but they can add up to something significant if there are lots of income withdrawals. So a number of pension providers can offer both UFPLS and Flexi-access drawdown, but there's no real reason for them to do this. Everything that is available through UFPLS can be done via Flexi-access drawdown. So Flexi-access drawdown is the obvious strategy for most people, most of the time, in most situations. They can choose tax-free cash only when taxable income is higher, and withdraw income only when their tax rates are lower. For most people we work with, the default position is to draw tax-free pension commencement lump sums in the early years, perhaps where they're still working part-time or they've reduced their hours, to replace their reduced net income and provide a target amount of what feels like tax-free net income. Then they use taxable withdrawals once all the tax-free withdrawals have been used up, and use up their personal allowance once their earnings stop. Now, this approach enables clients to keep their pension fund for the longest period, extending the life of the fund and maximising their long-term income. Now, let me know you've watched this far by leaving a comment below with a jigsaw piece emoji in it. Don't forget to like this video, ring the notification bell and subscribe so you don't miss out on our next video. And if you like this 444, I think you'll love my previous 444 that was all about why you shouldn't buy cheap things. You can check it out here. There's also a link here to our behavior gap playlist of bite-sized ideas to make you and your money invincible. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.